everybody. It is the afternoon of Wednesday, March the 22nd. I have the hiccups. I'm hoping that'll end fairly quickly here. I just had a bite to eat. So, yeah. I'm doing this video in the afternoon. I'm at home today because I had my eyes dilated this morning. My shop tends to be pretty bright, so I didn't want to really hang out in my shop all day with dilated eyes, so I thought I'd take a day off that wasn't sick so I could do what I want to do instead of spend the whole day in bed. And so I spent the whole morning in bed because, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to do. And got up to find that there has been some form of a terror attack in England. And I'm not going to speak to it because I'm avoiding the articles on it. I'm avoiding the news on it because I just don't want to get bogged down in it. And don't misunderstand me, it's not that I'm taking a non-caring stance. It really is just because I just don't know that I can handle it. I have a friend in the UK that is part of the Minecraft group that I play with, and this is affecting her pretty strongly, and I can relate to that. I remember, you know, with us when 9/11 happened, it affected me pretty strongly. When somebody does something on your home soil, no matter how close or how far away from where you physically are at that moment, it can shake you up. It can really kind of mess with your head. But that's really about all I'm going to say about that outside of, you know, blessings and prayers going to the families and the loved ones and the friends of all who are affected by this. It sucks. It sucks a lot. So I've been thinking about what I wanted to do for a video today, and I have this is going to be kind of convoluted, so stick with me here. I have a friend that I meet with, you know, every couple weeks or so. I've known him for several years now. He's an older than me gentleman, and we talk about all kinds of things. We talk about religion and faith and human nature and, you know, the climate of the world, and we talk some politics, and we talk literature, and we talk about all kinds of things. And a lot of times I'm in over my head because he is so very, very well read and very well educated. And I don't always know exactly what he's talking about, but I get the gist of most of it. But regardless, we were talking maybe about a month ago or so. It might even be a little longer. We were talking about a workshop that either he attended or a friend of his attended. I think a friend of his had attended it. And in the workshop, one of the things that was given out was this list of 13 affirmations to kind of help you yeah, it just kind of helps you to focus and listen to yourself, and yeah, kind of change the landscape of your mind and your emotions a little bit. So what he wrote here was that you start off, and I'll read the affirmations here in a few minutes. You start off writing the first question down and then number 1 through 5 below it. Answer the first things that come to mind, at least 5. This usually exhausts the roof brain chatter. Then, if you'll patiently listen, other answers will begin revealing themselves. He says that having done this exercise with multitudes of questions over the decades, he's always walked away with a new thought, idea, action step, understanding, relational possibility, or such. So I wanted to share these affirmations with you because I thought these were kind of interesting. And even if you're not a journaler, even if you're not a person who tends to sit and write things, even just having the affirmations and repeating these affirmations to yourself can be very helpful. So the very first one here is, I love the world and the world loves me. This is having an understanding of where you are and how you fit into where you are and kind of what your purpose is and what your responsibility is. It's about understanding that all things function through love. Number 2 is, I love the me that I am. This is taking yourself right exactly where you are and not, it's not that you don't strive to be a better person, but it's that you don't beat yourself up for not being a better person, that you take yourself right where you are. Number 3 says, today is yet another day of my amazing good fortune. Being grateful for the things that you have and realizing how much it is that you have and that the universe has given you and shared with you and that the people around you can share with you, and just being grateful for that. Number 4 is, I always know what to do next. So this is understanding that you know that you are on a journey, that you know that you're making decisions, and it's understanding that when you make decisions, whether the decisions turn out the way you wanted them to or not, you are doing them with confidence and you are doing them with grace. Number 5 is one that I really particularly like. I am whole and complete within myself. So this is understanding that there are no external forces that you are requiring in order to become whole. You are whole. You are complete unto yourself. You don't require other people. You don't require other trappings. There aren't, there's nothing else that you have to have in this world to make yourself whole. Number 6 is, there is only divine order and perfect timing. So this is understanding that the universe has a larger pull for you, a larger plan, and that what we see is really just our little blinders version of what's in front of us and what we develop and create for ourselves. But there is such a bigger plan out there. Even if you're not of a religious nature, there's a bigger plan out there. The universe provides push and pull of energy in order to support or detract from situations in this world. Number 7 is, I am a magical and loving being living a magical and loving life. Again, this is understanding that you have control of things in your life. Do you have control over everything in your life? No, but you have the ability to manifest the changes that you want in your life. And you do this through loving yourself, through loving others, and being aware of what's around you and who's around you. Number 8, everything is falling into place easily and naturally. So this is having the grace to step aside and just recognize that things happen, and that things are happening for a good reason, and that the graces and the wonderful things that you're going to be given in your life, as long as you get out of the way and let the processes happen as they need to happen, these good things will happen for you. We get in our way a lot of the time. Number 9, I am worth all I desire. I think that one speaks pretty well for itself. Many of us have very low self-esteem, and we don't feel that we are worthy of relationships or gifts that we are given or lifestyles or pretty much anything. You are worthy, and you are worth all that you desire. Whatever it is that you're shooting for, you're absolutely worth getting it. Number 10, success and happiness follow me everywhere. If you're going to choose to see success and happiness and all of the things that happen to you, that's going to really change your landscape, and it's going to change how you think about the negatives and the rough patches in your life. If you can choose to look at a rough patch as a success because you've learned something from it, or you can choose to find something happy in a rough situation, this will help you to function better. Number 11, I feel so loved and appreciated. Again, this is a recognition, recognizing the love and appreciation from the people in your world and from the universe at large. Number 12, I love the changes I am going through. So we're watching all these changes in our world, changes in our personal worlds, and we embrace them and we respect them and we love them because we realize that these changes allow for growth. And the last one is divine healing energy flows through me. Recognizing that you are a conduit for spirit, that you are a tunnel, you are a pipeway for spirit. So, one of the things I learned in Reiki was when you do Reiki, you imagine the energy going through like a funnel, and you become that funnel. And the nice thing about that is if you pour water into a funnel, the funnel gets wet too. The water gets to where it needs to go, but the funnel gets wet too. If you are a conduit for divine healing energy and it's flowing through you and you're sharing that energy with others, you are that funnel. You get wet too. Keep that in mind. So the divine is within you, and the divine is flowing through you. So I kind of wanted to share those with you guys as kind of a thing to think about, a thing to look at, mostly a thing to think about. But I don't have a whole lot else to talk about today. Yeah, I got the big old pupils. Woo! I'm preparing in a few weeks to go on my epic road trip with my friend from the north, and she and I are we're gonna document some of it through video, and so you guys will get to see some of the trip, and hopefully meet some of the folks that we get to meet. I hear rumor that Amber's going to be jumping into the car, so Amber Brown Bear is going to be riding along with us, for those of you who know who Amber is. Let's see. On my projects, let's see, I've got 5 hats and scarves done, 5 hats and scarf sets done, and then 1 individual hat done. I've got 1 prayer shawl done, 1 Afghan done. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I got a little ways to go yet, but I've got a lot of year left, so I'm not too worried about it. Otherwise, I hope you guys are enjoying the start of spring. We just had Ostara on Monday. So happy Ostara for all of us who celebrate that. Hopefully this week Dan and I are going to dye some Easter eggs. We didn't get to it over the weekend for a variety of reasons. So I hope we do some eggs and some seeds this week. I think that's all I know. I hope you guys have a really good week, have a good weekend, and I will see you again next week. Bye.